Armage Bennett, a 23-year-old rising social media star and talented musician, known by her stage name Petty Levels, she captivated millions with her music, including tracks like Malibu and Ain't It, and her vibrant online presence. She was celebrated for her creativity, charisma, and the deep connection she fostered with her fans. Mia's life was tragically cut short when she was found dead in Tampa, Florida, leaving her family, friends, and fans devastated and searching for answers about her untimely death. Welcome to Crimeberry Stories. Subscribe and hit the notification bell icon for more stories. Mia Armage Bennett, born on October 13, 2000, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, was a young woman whose magnetic personality and undeniable talent captured the hearts of millions. From an early age, Mia showed a deep love for music. She was often seen scribbling lyrics in notebooks or performing impromptu raps for her family and friends. Her creativity knew no bounds. As she entered her teenage years, Mia began experimenting with social media, using it as a platform to share her talent and connect with others. It was on Instagram that she would soon make her mark, captivating audiences with her freestyle rap videos. Under the moniker Petty Levels, Mia combined her sharp wit, lyrical prowess, and boundless energy to create content that resonated with her growing audience. Bennett's social media posts often featured clips of her dancing or visiting places like Mexico, Puerto Rico, and Jamaica. She showcased her more adventurous side in clips of her skydiving, surfing, and snowboarding. Her rise to fame was meteoric. By her early 20s, Mia had amassed over 1 million followers on Instagram, where fans eagerly awaited her next post. Her music career took off with the release of tracks like Malibu and Ain't It. These songs showcased her versatility and knack for storytelling, quickly earning her recognition in the music industry. Mia's collaborations with established artists like Fredo Bang and Lato further solidified her status as a rising star. In interviews, Mia often spoke about her dreams, emphasizing her desire to inspire others and break barriers in the industry. In one Instagram post, she wrote, "It's not just about making music, it's about making people feel something. If my work can bring a smile or spark a thought, then I'm doing what I meant to do." What made Mia truly special was her authenticity. She shared glimpses of her personal life, her struggles and her victories, making her fans feel like they knew her personally. Her charisma was magnetic, her energy infectious, and her ability to connect with people unparalleled. In early 2024, Mia decided to move to Tampa, Florida. This decision, while surprising to some, reflected her adventurous spirit and determination to embrace new opportunities. Whether the move was driven by personal goals or professional pursuits, Mia continued to share snippets of her journey with her followers, documenting her life with the same openness and vibrancy that had made her a beloved figure. On July 19, 2024, the Tampa Police Department received a call at approximately 1:30 p.m., reporting a deceased individual in the 4000 block of Boy Scout Boulevard, an area in northwest Tampa near the airport. Upon arrival, officers discovered the body of 23-year-old Mia Armage Bennett, known to many as the social media influencer and musician Petty Levels. The immediate assessment of the scene revealed no apparent signs of foul play. The Hillsborough County Medical Examiner's Office conducted an examination but declined to release the cause and manner of death, citing the ongoing investigation. As news of Mia's passing spread, her family requested privacy and urged the public to refrain from speculation, emphasizing that they themselves were awaiting further information. The sudden loss of such a vibrant and influential figure left fans and the community in a state of shock and grief. Tributes poured in across social media platforms, with many expressing disbelief and sorrow over the untimely death of the young artist. Mia's record label, Chosen One Records, announced her passing on social media, stating, "We regret to inform you of the passing of our lil sis. We ask for prayers and comfort at this time, and respect of privacy for the family." The investigation into the death of Mia Armage Bennett began almost immediately after her body was discovered on the afternoon of July 19, 2024. Responding to a 1:30 p.m. call to an apartment complex near Boy Scout Boulevard in Tampa, Florida, law enforcement arrived to find the 23-year-old musician and social media influencer unresponsive. Paramedics were unable to revive her, and Mia was pronounced deceased at the scene. The Hillsborough County Medical Examiner's Office was tasked with performing an autopsy to determine the cause of death. However, early statements from the Tampa Police Department were cautious. They noted that there were no immediate signs of foul play, but they emphasized that the investigation remained active and ongoing. The absence of visible injuries or other clear indicators at the scene left investigators with more questions than answers, and it was clear that they would need to rely heavily on forensic analysis and toxicology results to provide clarity. Public statements from law enforcement aimed to balance transparency with sensitivity. In one statement, a spokesperson for the Tampa Police Department said, "We are aware of the public's interest in this case due to Ms. Bennett's prominence in the community and on social media. We want to assure everyone that we are conducting a thorough investigation to uncover the facts surrounding her death." The Hillsborough County Medical Examiner's Office took the lead in examining Mia's body, beginning with a standard autopsy procedure. Autopsies typically involve a detailed external and internal examination of the body, alongside the collection of biological samples for toxicology testing. These tests would assess whether any substances, prescription drugs, alcohol, or other chemicals, were present in Mia's system at the time of her death. Results from toxicology testing can take weeks, and until those findings were available, authorities refrained from speculating on potential causes. One of the challenges investigators faced was the absence of obvious leads. The apartment where Mia was found reportedly showed no signs of a struggle, forced entry, or any other disturbances. Her personal belongings appeared undisturbed, and there was nothing at the scene to suggest a direct act of violence. These factors contributed to the early conclusion that there was no foul play. However, investigators remained cautious, noting that appearances could sometimes be deceiving and emphasizing the importance of waiting for forensic results. The lack of immediate answers only fueled public curiosity and speculation. Social media erupted with theories about Mia's death, with many fans sharing their grief and demanding justice if foul play was involved. Others took a more measured approach, waiting for official updates before forming conclusions. Meanwhile, Mia's family released a heartfelt statement through her record label, Chosen One Records, asking for privacy and patience. They wrote, "We are devastated by the loss of Mia, and like everyone else, we are waiting for answers. We trust the authorities to conduct a thorough investigation." As the weeks passed, law enforcement provided sporadic updates, emphasizing that the investigation was still active. One detective involved in the case commented to local media, "Cases like this can be incredibly challenging. When there's no immediate cause of death, it becomes a process of elimination. We look at medical history, conduct interviews, analyze toxicology results, and piece everything together." Investigators also began speaking with people who had been in contact with Mia in the days leading up to her death. Friends, family members, and associates were interviewed to gain insight into her recent activities, state of mind, and any potential stressors she might have been experiencing. They examined her phone records and social media activity, searching for any clues that could shed light on her final hours. One particularly notable element of the investigation was the absence of CCTV footage in the area where Mia was found. While the apartment complex was located near a busy part of Tampa, the specific building lacked surveillance cameras, complicating efforts to construct a precise timeline of events. This gap in evidence meant that investigators had to rely heavily on witness statements and forensic analysis. Throughout this process, the Hillsborough County Medical Examiner's Office remained tight-lipped about their findings. They confirmed that an autopsy had been performed but declined to release any preliminary results, citing the ongoing nature of the investigation. In a statement to the press, a representative said, "We understand the public's desire for information, but at this time, we cannot comment on the specifics of Ms. Bennett's case. We are committed to providing answers as soon as the investigation allows." Despite the lack of concrete answers, law enforcement continued to explore every avenue, from analyzing Mia's medical history to interviewing anyone who might have had knowledge of her recent activities. The process was methodical and thorough, with investigators emphasizing that their primary goal was to uncover the truth, whatever it might be. By late summer, fans and the media grew increasingly restless, with many demanding updates from authorities. However, as experts in forensic science often point out, investigations of this nature require patience and precision. Each piece of evidence must be carefully examined and cross-referenced to build a comprehensive picture of what happened. For now, the investigation into Mia Bennett's death remains a painstaking and complex process, with authorities leaving no stone unturned in their quest for answers. While the public waits for clarity, one thing remains certain: the loss of this talented young woman has left an indelible mark on her family, her fans, and the world she touched through her art and her presence. Mia Bennett's untimely death sent shockwaves through the online world, with fans, influencers, and media personalities alike coming together to mourn the loss of a rising star. Within hours of the news breaking, social media platforms were flooded with tributes, as her followers, many of whom had been with her from the start of her journey, struggled to process the tragedy. Posts honoring Mia poured in across platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Fans shared their favorite clips of her music videos and social media content, recounting how her vibrant personality and creative talent had impacted their lives. One fan wrote, "Mia wasn't just an artist, she was an inspiration. Her music got me through some of the hardest times in my life, and I'll never forget the joy she brought into the world." Mia's fellow influencers and collaborators also expressed their grief and condolences, using their platforms to highlight her talent and her legacy. A close collaborator posted, "Working with Mia was always a privilege. Her energy, her vision, and her kindness made every moment unforgettable. The world has lost an incredible artist and an even more incredible person." As the tributes multiplied, many reflected on Mia's impact as a digital creator and musician. Her ability to connect with her audience through her candid and charismatic online presence made her feel like more than just a public figure. It made her feel like a friend to millions. Fans revisited her viral posts, laughed at her humor, and cried over the fact that they would never hear her create new music or share another glimpse into her life. However, alongside the tributes came a wave of online speculation that quickly became overwhelming. With little information available about the cause of Mia's death, rumors began to spread like wildfire. Some claimed to have insider knowledge, while others fabricated stories entirely. Theories ranged from natural causes to more salacious and unfounded ideas, and the constant churn of speculation only added to the confusion and grief surrounding her passing. The family of Mia Bennett found themselves in the difficult position of navigating their grief while addressing the relentless tide of online rumors. Through their statement released via her record label, Chosen One Records, they pleaded with the public for patience and respect. They wrote, "This is an unimaginable loss for our family. We kindly ask that everyone refrain from speculation and allow us the time and space to process this tragedy. We trust that the authorities will uncover the truth in due time." Despite their appeal, the speculation continued. Social media algorithms, which often amplify the most sensational content, pushed conspiracy theories to the forefront, leading to even more misinformation being shared. Some creators on different platforms capitalized on the mystery surrounding Mia's death, producing content that speculated about her final moments and theorized about potential causes. While some of these creators approached the topic with sensitivity, others leaned into sensationalism, generating outrage from fans who felt that Mia's memory was being disrespected. The endless cycle of speculation also led to broader conversations about the pressures of social media fame. Many fans pointed out that Mia, like countless others in the public eye, had faced an enormous amount of scrutiny throughout her career. As a digital creator with over 1 million followers, every aspect of her life, from her appearance to her personal relationships, was subject to public commentary. One viral post captured the sentiments of many. Mia was so much more than the comments people left on her posts. She was a human being with dreams, struggles, and emotions. We need to remember that behind every influencer is a person who deserves kindness and respect. In the wake of her death, discussions about mental health and the toll of online fame gained renewed attention. Fans and influencers alike spoke openly about the darker sides of social media, from the relentless pursuit of perfection to the pressure to maintain constant engagement with followers. Some speculated that these pressures might have played a role in Mia's untimely death, though there was no evidence to support such claims. Organizations advocating for mental health awareness also joined the conversation, urging followers to check in on their loved ones and reminding influencers that it's okay to step back and prioritize their well-being. One prominent mental health advocate tweeted, "Mia Bennett's passing is a tragic reminder of how much we don't see behind the screens. If you or someone you know is struggling, please reach out for help. You are not alone." Amid the grief and speculation, Mia's fans made a collective effort to honor her memory in meaningful ways. Some organized online fundraisers to support music education programs, reflecting Mia's lifelong passion for the art form. Others created tribute videos celebrating her life, compiling moments from her performances, interviews, and social media posts to highlight the joy she brought to the world. One particularly moving tribute came from a group of her fans who coordinated a virtual candlelight vigil. Using the hashtag #RememberingMia, they invited others to join them in lighting a candle and sharing stories about how Mia had touched their lives. The hashtag quickly trended across multiple platforms, creating a digital space for collective mourning and remembrance. For many, the public reaction to Mia's death underscored the complex relationship between influencers and their audiences. While fans deeply mourned her loss and celebrated her legacy, the relentless cycle of speculation and sensationalism highlighted the challenges of maintaining privacy and dignity in an era of constant connectivity. Through it all, one thing became clear: Mia Bennett's impact extended far beyond her music and her social media presence. Her authenticity, her creativity, and her ability to connect with people on a personal level made her a beloved figure whose absence will be felt for years to come. In the words of one fan, "Mia gave us so much of herself, and now it's our turn to keep her memory alive. She may be gone, but her light will never fade." Mia Bennett's sudden death was more than just a tragedy for her family and friends. It rippled across her fanbase, the influencer community, and the music industry, leaving a profound void that resonated far beyond the confines of her life. To her fans, Mia was more than just a social media star or an artist. She was an emblem of authenticity, a source of inspiration, and a comforting voice in difficult times. Her passing brought out a collective sense of loss that transcended geographical boundaries. In the days following the heartbreaking news, fans around the world organized memorial vigils, both in person and online, to honor her memory. In her hometown of Philadelphia, a candlelight vigil was held outside the community center where she first performed as a teenager. Hundreds of fans gathered, holding signs adorned with her lyrics and photos. Her breakout single, Malibu, played softly in the background as attendees lit candles and shared stories of how Mia had touched their lives. One attendee, visibly emotional, told reporters, "Mia's music got me through so much. Her songs weren't just catchy, they had meaning. She was real, and that's why we loved her." Online, fans came together under hashtags like #RememberMia and #ForeverPettyLevels, creating a digital space to grieve and celebrate her life. Social media was flooded with posts sharing memories of Mia's music, her social media content, and even personal interactions she had with her fans. One post read, "Mia had a way of making you feel like she was your best friend, even if you'd never met her. She responded to my DM once, and I'll never forget how kind she was." In her honor, fans launched several initiatives aimed at keeping her memory alive. A popular campaign on streaming platforms encouraged listeners to play Mia's music to ensure that her legacy as an artist would endure. Streams of her songs surged, with fans noting that every listen felt like a way to connect with her spirit. On TikTok, her lyrics became the soundtrack to thousands of tribute videos, many of which highlighted her journey from a teenager with a dream to a successful artist with over 1 million followers. The influencer and music communities also rallied to pay tribute to Mia. Fellow artists who had collaborated with her shared heartfelt messages, praising her creativity, work ethic, and generosity. One artist posted, "Mia didn't just make music, she created moments. Every time we worked together, she brought this incredible energy that made everyone around her better." Social media influencers, some of whom were close friends of Mia's, used their platforms to advocate for mental health awareness and to highlight the pressures that come with public life. A prominent influencer who had worked alongside Mia posted, "Mia's passing is a devastating reminder of how much we don't see behind the scenes. She gave us so much joy, and we owe it to her to take care of ourselves and each other." In the aftermath of her death, Mia's family released a series of public statements thanking fans for their support while also emphasizing the need for privacy as they navigated their grief. In one statement, her mother shared, "Mia was the light of our lives. She had a way of making everyone feel special, whether it was through her music or just her presence. We miss her more than words can express, but we are comforted by the love you've all shown for her." Beyond the immediate outpouring of grief, Mia's story sparked broader conversations about the pressures faced by public figures. As an influencer with millions of followers, Mia lived much of her life in the spotlight, where every post, every song, and every decision was subject to scrutiny. Her passing prompted many to reflect on the toll this constant attention can take on someone's mental and emotional well-being. For many, The aftermath of Mia's death served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the unseen struggles that even the most successful public figures can face. Her story became a touchpoint for conversations about the importance of checking in on loved ones, addressing mental health challenges, and fostering compassion in an increasingly digital world. As one fan eloquently put it, Mia may no longer be with us, but her light hasn't gone out. It's in her music, in the memories we shared, and in the way we treat each other moving forward. That's her legacy. While the loss of Mia Bennett is a tragedy that will be felt for years to come, the love and admiration she inspired in her lifetime ensure that her impact will not be forgotten. Through her music, her personality, and the community she built, Mia left behind a legacy of authenticity and connection, one that continues to inspire even in her absence. Mia Bennett's story is one that leaves us with more than just sadness. It forces us to reflect on the pressures that come with being in the public eye and the struggles that even the brightest among us may carry silently. Mia wasn't just an influencer or a musician. She was a daughter, a friend, and a human being who touched countless lives through her creativity and authenticity. As we look back on her legacy, it's clear that Mia's connection to her fans went far beyond music or social media posts. She had a way of making people feel seen, of bringing light into their lives even when she might have been struggling to find it for herself. That duality, of being admired while also being vulnerable, is something that many public figures face, and it's a stark reminder of how important it is to approach others with kindness and empathy. Mia's death has also brought attention to broader issues that go beyond her individual story. The pressures of fame, especially in an era where every move is scrutinized on social media, can take a heavy toll. For someone like Mia, who had millions of people watching her every post, every performance, and every word, the weight of those expectations must have been immense. It's easy to forget that the people we admire, whether they're artists, influencers, or public figures, are just as human as the rest of us. They have fears, insecurities, and struggles that often go unseen. Mia's passing serves as a painful reminder of the importance of acknowledging those struggles, of checking in with the people we care about, and of creating spaces where it's okay to ask for help. Mental health is a conversation that we need to continue having, not just in response to tragedies, but as part of our everyday lives. Whether it's advocating for better support systems, normalizing therapy, or simply reaching out to someone who might be going through a tough time, we all have a role to play in breaking down the stigma around mental health. What can we learn from her story? How can we better support the people we admire? And how can we make sure that those closest to us feel safe to share their struggles? We also encourage you to share your own thoughts and memories of Mia in the comments. Did her music impact your life? Was there a moment in her journey that resonated with you? Let's use this space to celebrate her life and the joy she brought to so many. Mia Bennett's story is a tragic one, but it's also a reminder of the power of connection, creativity, and compassion. While her journey was cut short, her legacy continues to inspire conversations about the things that truly matter. By remembering her not just for her accomplishments but for her humanity, we honor the light she brought into the world. Her passing leaves a void, but it also challenges us to think about the pressures of the digital age, the importance of mental health, and the need to support one another, especially those we admire from afar. As we search for answers, it's crucial that we remember Mia not just as a figure in the spotlight, but as a human being who touched lives, and who, like all of us, deserved the space to be vulnerable, to seek help, and to find peace. If this video has made you think about the importance of mental health, or if you've been impacted by Mia's story in any way, we encourage you to like, subscribe, and share this video with others. Thank you for watching. If you like stories like this, support our channel by subscribing and turning on the notification bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever we release new videos like this.